Last year, I went through one of the most confusing experiences of my life. I was living with my long-term girlfriend of 4 years, and for the most part, things seemed stable. We had our usual ups and downs, but nothing that made me think we were in serious trouble. That was until she started acting distant. At first, I brushed it off as work stress, but it slowly became clear that something was off. She started staying late at work more often than usual, and when I'd ask, she'd get defensive. We used to cook dinner together almost every night, but she began coming home already having eaten or saying she wasn't hungry. Conversations that used to flow effortlessly turned into short, one-word answers. I kept convincing myself I was just overthinking things. One night, I noticed she had fallen asleep with her phone unlocked on the couch. Normally, I respected her privacy, but curiosity got the best of me. I wasn't searching for dirt, just reassurance. That's when I noticed a string of messages from a contact saved under a woman's name. But the tone of the messages was nothing like two friends talking. They were flirty, personal, and definitely crossed a line. My heart sank. I didn't know whether to confront her right away or wait and see how deep this went. I decided to take screenshots and send them to myself. The next morning, I acted normal, but I couldn't shake the feeling that the person I trusted most was keeping a whole other life from me. For the next week, I watched her closely. She'd smile at her phone, step outside to take calls, and even change her password. That was the breaking point. I sat her down and asked her directly if there was someone else. She denied it with such conviction that for a moment, I felt guilty for even asking. But I had proof sitting on my phone. When I showed her the screenshots, her face went pale. She didn't even try to deny it anymore. She admitted she had been talking to a coworker and that things just happened. She swore it hadn't gotten physical, but by that point, I didn't know what to believe. The betrayal wasn't in the physical act alone, but in the lies and secrecy. I told her I needed space and moved into my brother's apartment for a few weeks. During that time, I kept questioning myself. Was I overreacting? Was emotional cheating as bad as physical? My friends were split on it, but my gut told me I couldn't go back to pretending everything was okay. She tried reaching out every day. Apologies, promises, tears. Everything. She even showed up at my brother's place once, begging me to come home. A part of me wanted to forgive her, to believe that it was just a mistake. But another part of me kept replaying the months of lies, the defensive attitude, and the feeling of being made a fool. Eventually, I went back to the apartment, but not to reconcile. I packed my things and told her I couldn't do it anymore. She cried and begged me to reconsider, but the trust was gone. I knew that if I stayed, I'd always be suspicious, always checking her phone or second-guessing her excuses. That's no way to live. The hardest part wasn't leaving her, it was adjusting to life afterward. We had built routines together, shared bills, and made plans for the future. Suddenly, I had to unlearn all of that. The silence in my new place was deafening at first, but slowly, it started to feel like peace instead of emptiness. It's been a year since then, and I've had time to reflect. I realized that the red flags were there long before I saw those messages. The emotional distance, the secrecy, the defensiveness, it all painted a picture I didn't want to see. I learned the hard way that ignoring your instincts only delays the inevitable. She reached out a few months ago, saying she regretted everything and that the relationship with the coworker ended almost immediately. I didn't respond. Not because I hate her, but because I've moved on. I'm not the same person I was back then. Now I value honesty more than anything. I'm cautious, but not bitter. If anything, the whole experience made me stronger and clearer about what I want in a partner. I want someone who can talk about problems instead of hiding them. Someone who respects me enough not to lie to my face while sharing a life with me. It's not the ending I once pictured for us, but it's the one that gave me back my self-respect. And honestly, that's worth more than holding on to someone who chose deceit over love. In a strange way, I'm grateful it happened. It forced me to confront hard truths and rebuild my life on my own terms. And today, I can say I'm happier than I ever was when I was questioning my worth in someone else's shadow.